as a son and as a Muganda boy or man, it is utterly very disrespectful of me to speak back to my father. And I request that issues regarding my family or what my father did in his capacity, I cannot speak anything more to what he said. However, like I've told you, I had a conflict between my personal beliefs and public responsibility. I believe for my actions, I was only fulfilling my official duty as the guild president. But it is very indisciplined of me to respond to my father, and I request we narrow my discussions elsewhere rather than family. Thank you. In regards to why I stand as an independent candidate, I think the general public should now be in the know that Makerere University is a non-partisan institution. There is no candidate whatsoever that had or represented a political party in the election. Neither NRM nor NUP can come out and say that we had a candidate, because the Electoral Commission at Makerere University does not entertain partisan politics. There is no single individual that had a symbol of a party on their official poster. So that means I did not stand as an independent candidate, I stood as a candidate that followed the rules of the Electoral Commission at Makerere University. Thank you so very much.
According to the picture interpretation, which was interpreted as political, what would you say to those who feel betrayed?
I would love to acknowledge the people that really feel betrayed. They are right in their own jurisdiction and what they feel, but they should equally know that I was only fulfilling my duty as the official guild president. There are those that feel like I did them justice, because not everyone thinks like the other. Ugandans must embrace tolerance for diversity. I was only fulfilling my official duty as guild president, and that picture didn't have only me, it had all student leaders of the university. So Ugandans must know that I am only serving the people that voted me into power, and in case it ever happened that I got elected elsewhere, I would equally do the same. I would frontline my responsibilities over any other personal belief. Thank you.
The second last, is it true of all such no longer member of the platform?
Okay, about my membership with the NUP, I don't remember leaving. Like I've told you, in an event where in a society political parties are not recognized, then the laws that govern these political parties cease to operate, to be functional. I am well cognizant of the statements going around and the sentiments, but Ugandans must know that there is in no way that I went against these laws, because the university does not embrace political parties, unfortunately. It is quite unfortunate that I'm being compared with people that went in the national election where political parties are recognized. That is not the case with Makerere University. And I beg to tell the general public that I have not left. Thank you.
All right. Which is the second last? They are asking who facilitated your campaign.
Yes, in regards to who facilitated my campaign, like I told people very many times that I ran my campaign on the love that came from the general public at Makerere. That students contributed to my campaign. I have an uncle called Amos Katumba who lives in America who equally contributed. I have a sister who is not into politics that supported her brother. So in regards to who facilitated my campaign, the students and a few family members. Thank you.
The last question.
Well, after whatever circulated, I think I'm embracing leadership. I'm being a leader to the students of Makerere University, and it leaves me in just my right position as being president. We shall continue to serve the interests of the students for as long as they recognize us as their leaders. That is what we shall continue to do. That is what we swore to do, and we shall not betray the oaths that we took on the 21st of March. Thank you. So we're starting with English, right?
Yes. President Ogereko nyo.
Kali, good morning, Uganda, Makerere students and concerned citizens. My name is Sentamu Churchill. I am the 91st World President of Makerere University. We gathered here to speak about a few events that transpired early this week in regards to the Research and Innovation Week of Makerere University. As the general public is very much aware that on Tuesday, the 8th of April 2025, we witnessed the launch of the Research and Innovation Week, an initiative that allows our students and staff to exhibit their innovations and account for the funds that the government invests in the Research and Innovation Fund. Makerere University receives an annual share from the taxpayers' money of about 30 billion Uganda shillings to facilitate research and innovation projects. Each innovation, idea, and research finding is proof of our commitment to building for the future. Students are the biggest contributors to our innovation capital. It is on that note that I want to extend my heartfelt disappointment and condemn the organizing committee that denied the students a chance to speak at the launch of the Research and Innovation Week. Silencing the students' voices at such a gathering denied us the opportunity to address the challenges our youthful innovators face. Uganda's biggest challenges is not a lack of ideas, but rather an internal vice that works against the country's progress. This vice has consumed Museveni's government and has fast spread to higher institutions of learning, including our dear alma mater. Our innovations are failing because we are proudly a corrupt nation, unfortunately. Our leaders steal at every opportunity they get. They are shameless thieves, stealing every little thing, including intellectual property. Let us challenge ourselves to put up a spirited fight against corruption in this motherland or our country. Parliament has turned into a house of bills, the latest being the Uganda shillings 100 million being awarded to our legislators. This money can help our innovators to improve their products and compete favorably on the global market. Let us work together to create a supportive ecosystem and unlock Uganda's innovation potential. Lastly, I want to clarify on the photographs circulating on social media of me and Muneesonyiiwe. These pictures were taken while I was on my official duty as guild president. At the launch of the Research and Innovation Week, representing over 45,000 students of diverse political minds, beliefs, and I think it is at this point that I encourage Ugandans to enhance tolerance for diversity. Unfortunately, they have stirred a storm among the general public, my family, and students. Some opportunists are also using them to tell blatant lies for their benefit. Makerere University is a public institution, and General Museveni, by virtue of his office as stipulated in Article 99, subsection 3 of the Constitution of the Republic of Uganda, which vests executive authority in him to be responsible for the welfare of the citizens and safeguard the Constitution and laws of Uganda, among others. Ugandans must know that in hierarchy and the tree of administration at Makerere University, Mzee Museveni is a visitor on top of the Chancellor and the chairperson for the university platform. It is from this that the office of the President derives its mandate of providing leadership in public policy management and good governance. It is my line of duty to account, follow up, and question Mr. Museveni's day-to-day business, because the power is in our hands to do so, not only as a student but as a guild president in regards to Makerere University. Relenting from my duties as a guild president of this institution makes me a populist, not an executor. As a moralist in the same sense, I am equally disturbed by the prevailing injustice in our country, which is attributed to the current regime. However, in my line of duty, I find myself sharing the same workspace with government officials. Lest we forget, I am guild president because of the will of God and that of the students of this great university who are my electorate. That means I must put students' interests above my personal and political beliefs. I urge the general public not to blame or condemn my family, especially my father, Mr. Nyanzi Fred Sentamu, for my actions as a guild president. I've spoken time and again that my father has independent roles as national mobilizer for the National Unity Platform, but equally, that only ends outside the university, because as guild president, my father doesn't tantamount to being a guild presidential advisor. My family has stood firm against oppression in this country, and I honor their courage. The pictures in circulation should not be interpreted as a mode of betrayal to some people of our shared values, but as a consequence of balancing personal beliefs with public responsibility, which I independently sought for. When I took up this responsibility, I was well aware of the burdens that were to come along with it. Therefore, I remain committed to the values of truth, justice, and servant leadership. I will continue to walk in the light of our shared ideas and work tirelessly for a better Makerere and Uganda, where every voice is heard, respected, and protected. Build for the future. Let's get hard for God and my country.